that is the next key point to making sure you get a really engaged group, is to bring in the right type of people. You've got to say no. You've got to know what you stand for, the type of people you want to attract, and only let in the right people. Now, when we launch a group, another thing that we do is we build up a separate email list. I see a lot of people just launch a group on Skool and it's a ghost town and they get maybe one or two other people to join, but they end up quitting after a month whenever they got to pay the $99 because they're like, I only got 5 people and no one's engaged. So what I do, and I usually give myself, it depends on the size of your audience, how much you want to pay, maybe to hijack somebody else's audience, which I always think is a great idea. Just simply, pay an influencer and they would, maybe promote your group, or simply, find a way to build up an email list. And so we create an email list of anywhere. For our fragrance group, we had about 1,000 people on that list, of which 500 converted into the group. It took us about a couple weeks to build up that list. And again, I just used my own organic means. So I know not everyone has that at their disposal, but again, you can use paid traffic. You can actually go into groups. A lot of times, I find that other influencers are open to getting, a secret tip that I don't see anyone talking about is YouTube, community tabs. You can link directly from community tabs. And if you find an influencer that talks about what you want to, and he's not leveraging his community tab, offer him, hey, $100 to be able to, post about me in your community tab and share what I'm doing. And you can put a link right in there. And that would probably, again, if you do it correctly, it could yield you, 50 to 100 emails. Point being is we build that up. We start emailing these people, letting them know we're about to open it up, and we do a launch. And so when you get 300 to 400 people in on day one that have been excited and are ready to start talking about fragrance or watches, all of a sudden you really get that momentum going. Now, before they've even come into the group, I've usually let in 5 to sometimes 15 early the early guys. These are guys that have shown me from previous groups, our main group, that they like to post a lot and that they care about these particular items. These guys have gone in and they've created seed posts. So when somebody walks into the community, it's not empty. And so they've got everything in there. In addition, we are very particular about the categories. So you get, I think, 10 options on Skool. We make sure each of these categories, we've selected them. We make sure that they're short because you don't really want long categories because you want people to be able to see all the different options that they can post. Then you want to make sure, and even if you're doing this yourself, and I did this on my first group, I went in and created like 5 example posts. I put very clearly, this is an example post about how to talk about your watch of the day. And I would post, it was tongue in cheek. It was fun. But by seeding things, basically when the crowd comes in, they've got categories, they've got post examples of what they should be doing. So it's a lot easier for them. Now, on top of that, and this is, again, all preparation work. And again, I think this is the key to success of a good group is the preparation and that work that you do that nobody sees. We make sure that as soon as somebody joins, the autoresponder message, which everyone should have access to, I believe that's one of the 4 or 5 first little plugins that are there. Our autoresponder gives them the rules of the group, and it also tells them the first actions that they should be doing. I encourage people, fill out your bio, put a real picture there, and make sure to introduce yourself on the introduction post. We have one post that we keep pinned up at the top. It's introductions. People, it's like, hey, how to do it. I do the first intro myself, and I explain them exactly how to introduce themselves, examples of things to say. And when they do it, they're going to get an instant reward because this is what one of my VAs goes in every single day. And they are going in because you can go to the bottom. They like and they engage and they help take that person from a level 1 to a level 2 to sometimes even a level 3 with that one introduction post. And
very good.
And it feeds, and it's really big when all of a sudden they're getting notifications from Skool that they are a level 2. They're a level 3. They get excited, especially when they see the next part. Now you got 9 levels.
That is wicked smart, to quote Goodwill Hunting. That is very, very clever. Yeah, I like that a lot.
So you know about the 9 levels. We're hoping there's going to be a 10th soon, but you want to make sure the first 5 levels, you've got them loaded with little prizes. And I really appreciate how Skool has come in and now allows us at level 2, you can start to chat. But we create all these different levels in the classrooms, and you don't want to have just one big course. I like to give out lots of courses so that they see, oh, wow, if I get to a level 3, I get these 5 courses, or I get these 3 things. I get to level 4, I get this. I get to level 5, I get this. Oh, and at level 9, I give away some pretty, I give away my mission fragrance set, which we sell retail for that 3 fragrance set for $600. So we give that one at level 9. No one has reached that yet in our fragrance group, although a guy's getting close. In our other RMRS group, our regular group, we've had a guy reach level 9. We've got like 5 guys on the way to level 9 at level 8. So it's kind of, I'm going to have to be shelling out. I mean, but what I'm giving away there is an information product that it's just going to be a bit more of my time because it's coaching and things like that. But making sure at each prize level, you've got something that you give away, that right there is big. Now, one of the things that we give away at the prize level is we have giveaways. So I have, as you can see here, a lot of clothing. I've got a lot of fragrances. I've just got a lot of things floating around here. And I realized, you know what? Instead of me donating things, because as an influencer, a glut, and this is a good problem to have. I have so many pairs of shoes and like style stuff. I used to just donate it. But then I realized, you know what? If I packaged it up, I could send it out to my audience. And these guys, every single week, we do a giveaway. We've got a consistent time we do it, which is on Tuesdays. So everyone knows to look forward to. We started setting up routines in our groups. So every Tuesday we have a giveaway, and then we close it up on Friday mornings. Now these giveaways, and it's all about goodwill. It's about people engaging and talking to each other and supporting each other. It's about the quality of the comment. Again, we laid out really clear rules as to how those giveaways work. But those giveaways have been very, very good for us. Physical product. A quick tip. This is something I stole from the military. You can see it right here. I'll pull it out. It's called a challenge coin. So we give this, I think, to level 6 guys.
Is that an RSM? Oh, look at this.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. There it is. And on the back is a quote. So these cost me $2, $3 to get made. I make 1,000 of them over in China. What I find is that people absolutely love things like this, and I can ship it in the post for just a couple dollars, non-machinable. So the cost isn't like a package or anything. And we give this to guys at level 6. If you've got a higher end service, I've got higher end coaching. I've got physical products. If anyone in marketing knows, the holy grail is somebody's physical address, because you can send flyers, and we send them a handwritten letter. My son and my nephew actually write the letters. I sign them, but hey, got to put the kids to work.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
But we send out these letters, and here's what happens in the group. Because we're sending out these physical letters, and we're sending out these coins, because people are now buying, and by the way, in the fragrance group, they're buying our fragrances, which we, are higher end and stuff. They're actually posting pictures in the community. So this is like, if you have anyone that sells physical products, or you sell physical products, but you also do community, this is where it gets really interesting, is literally people are throwing up testimonials in our groups, and there's all this social proof underneath, because other people are saying, oh, that's awesome. I can't wait to get to it. And you can follow up with these people that are commenting, that are saying, I can't wait to buy this. You could follow up with them if you're really sophisticated and say, hey, how about we make that a reality? Are you interested? I can get you this deal. I can make this happen. And that's what my assistants are doing, is they're going in, and we're always looking at ways we can better. Again, I think good sales is where you're actually helping people and you're getting them a deal. You're delivering to them what they want. We're not forcing anything on anyone, but we are there to be able to jump in and to be able to serve people if they ask. And, that's what I look at these groups as. Yes, great community. People get tons of free interaction, and they feel good about them, but it's also, there are so many different ways to sell. I think that these paid communities are just one way. Physical products, things outside of this. There's so many other ways that you can monetize in these groups.
Well, even just you said that, Antonio, like I'm thinking like Imagine Nike has a community. Imagine like Patagonia has a community, like where they get their die-hard people in that space and they just, churn through the engagement and the passion. Like it's incredibly powerful. And I had a hunch, like before every single interview, like I like to do like a little bit of visualization. And like the kind of sense I had before this one is that we're going to learn a lot of advice and wisdom that you have experienced in the real world, in the physical world, that we can apply to our online communities. And I think, even just listening to the way that you're thinking about physical products and the handwritten letters, it's like, this is stuff that's been around for hundreds, if not more years in the sales world, in the marketing world, where it's like, it's all about establishing strong connections with people.
Yeah. Yeah. I love electronic stuff, but my videos get dated. And I think that courses can become dated. But when you send somebody something timeless and a year from now, they find this on their desk and it needs to be good. Like you don't want, it's got our logo, but it really talks about honor, courage, commitment. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in challenge and controversy. So it's motivational and something that a guy will carry with him probably, for years. And I love the idea of taking Skool, not just, get the online, but bringing it offline to them.
Yes.
So that it can motivate them and then they work off each other and it brings them back. Because what I've loved about Skool for me personally and why I'm such a big fan of it is I'm spending less time on the destructive social media platforms like Facebook, which are just always trying to sell me things, trying to get me, put news in front of me that I don't want to see. I love the Skool groups because I know I can control what information I'm consuming and the kind of people I'm surrounding myself with. And so all of my groups, we really want to keep them positive. We want to keep them engaging. We have a bigger mission. Style is cool and image is important, but I really want to build up better men in this world. I think that is going to help transform and make this world a better place. Like I said, with my kids, I'm always thinking, who are they going to marry? Who are they going to partner with? And I have indirectly, maybe I can have an effect on that by creating a better place through my group. Now, one thing I skipped that I wanted to go back to how to be able to create a highly engaged community is you've got to have foundational rules. There's a little religion. It's called Christianity. It has 10 commandments. Actually, I think Judaism actually follows them too. But those 10 commandments built an entire religion. So I cut it down to 4 to build my Skool group. And I'm really clear, it's just simply, first up, it's about showing people respect. And if anyone wants to go over there, we post them right there on the outside of our groups before you join. I post them actually in 4 places. Yeah, right there, our community rules. No asking for money. That's my job. I will ask for money. It is something I am very clear to people. Like, we're not here to create a group for you to sell in. So respect, no asking for money, stay on topic. So this is key. And why I think there's so much opportunity is because the nicher down you could go. And I've seen this on YouTube. I've seen this on Facebook. It used to be you could create a general group and everyone would show up. Now you've got to, I think, start getting a little bit more specific. Instead of going for another fitness group, create a fitness group for women over the age of 50 that have gone through menopause and are wanting to live their best life after a divorce. If you create a group like that, you're going to get less people, but they are going to be so willing to listen to your message. Again, we list it right there again. I repeat this stuff. And when you get your automated message from me, it's listed again because I don't want people saying that they didn't see it. And I repeat it in the video if you go watch the video.
I'm going to be honest, Antonio, like the first time I came across your community, I was like, flip me, there's a lot of rules here. But then I saw the engagement, I saw the ranking, and I saw how powerful it was. And I was like, we actually enjoy being told, like, this is the boundaries, this is how, like, the expectation is for you to show up. And, like, it clearly works. And we've talked to a lot of people that are struggling with, like, I don't know, like, how to get my community engaged, or, like, there's so many spammers, and you don't have that problem. And so that's just, like, a very interesting observation.